Hey, what's up guys? Let's talk about Thoroughbreds. So this film is a black comedy and thriller directed by Cory Finley, his first feature film directorial debut. Good for him, this was quite a way to start off. Unfortunately though, this film went way under the radar, I would say, because it actually premiered last year in January at Sundance, and it's finally getting released over a year later. Not only that, but it also had to compete with 4 other films in the same week. That's tough luck, but hopefully this one can push through, as you definitely need to check it out. While it's not some big epic spectacle with tons of marketing, it's not a sequel to an underrated horror film. No, this is just an original story written by a guy who's making his way to the world of film. I'll tell you guys, I was very excited for this one just by the trailer alone. I don't watch a lot of trailers nowadays, but this one I happened to see while catching another movie, and I really enjoyed the editing and overall style that came through it. Not only that, when I saw this cast of really amazing, young, talented actors and actresses, I just knew I had to check it out. We have Olivia Cooke from Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Anya Taylor-Joy, who was in Split, as well as The Witch, and of course the late Anton Yelchin. This is his final film appearance, you guys, in a film that was released this year. It's essentially about these 2 young ladies who start hanging out after one of them did something very unfortunate, and it leads to them to sort of start to bond over their current situations and the issues they both have going on. Neither one of them is perfect. In fact, they have some very tough issues they're both dealing with, and it's really interesting to see them on screen together and how things differ between the two. I enjoyed how the film was also told in chapters. There's about 4. It helped break down the overall build-up, which culminated very well. The style of this film, as well as the overall editing techniques that are used, was very interesting. One thing I can't praise enough though in this film is the music. There's so many ways where this film just would not work if it wasn't for that. It's eerie, unsettling, it's really fast, it's intense, and it's so effective at times that it's what really will draw you into every little moment here and there. It's in the background, it's also during a lot of dialogue scenes, and there's so many little instruments here that really get under your skin and kind of make you think a lot about what might be going on and what's going to happen soon. Here we have a character named Amanda who is very odd. She also is very emotionless. She doesn't really show anything to anyone. She seems like she's incapable of doing that. She provides a lot of the pitch black humor that we see in this film, and at times it is a really nice relief during little scenes here and there where you're just not really sure what to make of it. Lily, on the other hand, is a little bit dishonest as well as indecisive and has some troubles with impulsiveness. Together, these two have a great dynamic and chemistry on screen, as well as a nice contrast that we see through the two of them. Then of course there's this character Tim, who kind of plays a little bit of a troublemaker. He's a bit weird. Knowing Anton Yelchin, this was going to be his final film we get to see on the big screen, I really was actually hoping he'd be involved a little bit more. I feel like I needed that and kind of expected that. It's okay though, that's maybe a little bit of a bias because obviously the director did not see that coming. Overall though, I really enjoyed his character, and the acting among all 3 leads was spectacular. Overall, this film definitely is a bit of a slow burn, but it really develops well and starts to speed up along the way, and it just has this really nice kind of interesting charm to it. I'm really curious for those of you who've seen the film Heathers and American Psycho. This film seems to be getting compared to both of those in a really interesting way, and I want to know if you enjoyed it because of that. Overall, this film was very interesting and well acted. I can't wait to see more from these 2 lead actresses. They're going to go on to do some really great things. It's a very surreal look at really out there personalities that I think a lot of you will really dig if you get a chance to see this film. Thoroughbreds trampled its way to theaters with a talented young cast and an intriguing storyline, serving as a proper goodbye to the late Anton Yelchin. And that's why this film is a Dyligent pick. So guys, what did you think of Thoroughbreds? Was this a new film that you weren't really familiar with before? Are you hoping to check it out now? I want to know what your favorite films from the late Anton Yelchin were, and what you could recommend to me that you saw within this past week. My name is Dylan, and if you love entertainment, subscribe to my channel while this video ends, and send me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching, and stay diligent.